According to Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, he had absolutely no responsibility as president to actually support the Constitution, and it's foolish to suggest that as president of the United States, he was supposed to support the Constitution. Only a fool would think such a thing, his lawyers say. Donald Trump's legal team actually made this argument in court in their attempt to get a lawsuit challenging his qualification to be on the ballot in the state of Colorado. Trump's lawyers were trying to get that dismissed. That lawsuit, of course, was filed by the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. They're trying to argue that under the 14th Amendment, Donald Trump did in fact support an insurrection and therefore should not be on the ballot in the state of Colorado. Now, I have spoken my piece about these lawsuits in the past. I fully support them. I believe they are right, but I do believe that our court system is so corrupted that they have no chance of being successful. Now, that was my thinking before I saw the idiotic legal defense of Donald Trump. And I'm going to read you that in just a moment. And I got to say, if this is the legal defense that Donald Trump is going with, then I may have been wrong about this corrupted court system protecting him and keeping him on the ballot, because I had forgotten, I guess, even though I talk about it all the time, still somehow forgot that he is represented by the most incompetent lawyers that the United States of America has ever seen in all of its existence. Because here is what his lawyers argued in their motion to the judge to dismiss the case. The presidential oath, which the framers of the 14th Amendment surely knew, requires the president to swear to, quote, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution, not to support the Constitution, because the framers chose to define the group of people subject to Section 3 by an oath to support the Constitution of the United States and not by an oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. The framers of the 14th Amendment never intended for it to apply to the president. So, your legal argument is not to say that he didn't engage in an insurrection. Let's just be clear, okay? Because that to me is like 100% the defense here. Like, hey, that wasn't an insurrection, so he did not engage in an insurrection, so you cannot use the 14th Amendment. This is stupid. Let's go out and have lunch now. You're not even saying he didn't do it. You're just saying that he did it, but the law doesn't apply to him, so he's allowed to do it. Because the wording is different in the presidential oath as compared to the wording in the 14th Amendment. So you want to quibble over semantics instead of actually saying that your client didn't do the thing that he is accused of doing. Yeah, that's not going to go very far at all. Because, see, there's another word in there. And you mentioned this word twice. That word is preserve. Preserve. You also have the word protect. Preserve and protect. Now, I would think that by definition, preserve and protect would fall along the lines of the word support, right? I support my children as their father, which means I preserve them, right? I protect them. I defend them. That's in there too. Defend them. And I do that by supporting them. See, that's actually, your argument is a very easy one for a talented lawyer on the other side to say, Judge, listen, I'll make this argument right now here for you. Yeah, let's define some words here, and we'll see the definitions are so similar that these words are basically interchangeable. Therefore, their argument is total garbage. But again, super interesting that they went this route instead of the I didn't do it route. So, yeah, I think that tells us a lot about what his lawyers know about what he did. And if this is the defense they're going with, I may have been way off the mark with saying that these lawsuits are not going to get him disqualified from the ballot because his lawyers are so incompetent, they may be the ones that blow it for him. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.